Alright guys, welcome back to our finals match of the Clarity Gaming Weekly Cup. These players are currently 0-0, so this is their first match of a best of 3 on our community voted map Odyssey.
Ooh, I didn't even realize that. I never saw this map before.
Very interesting map. It seems pretty basic. Do you have a pause?
We do.
What's up with them? They're just...
I don't know, Killer wants a second.
so many problems to fix, apparently.
Yeah. Well, either he'll say something about it when he gets back, or he'll just say, "Okay, go, go."
He'll just say, "Thanks everyone for waiting on me."
I guess while we're stopped, I should point out that Drone and Shu are actually really good friends. So anything they said to each other that sounded BM towards each other, they're just, it's a friend thing.
Oh yeah.
You know how that is.
They're teammates, joking around.
Oh, looks like I beat Drone to saying it. I'll have to tell him his typing.
So Drone, making sure that he comes across as very mannered, doesn't want anyone to get bad side of the team. Alright, here we go. With a jovial good luck have fun exclamation mark. So we do have the natural here. Very easy to just keep progressing through the bases. Interesting little double ramp feature here. Watchtowers have high ground surrounding them. And yeah, a basic map with some interesting features.
Oh. Some really old school map features too, huh? Recessing those watchtowers in a little area by the high ground, but putting them on the low ground.
Yep.
That's weird. That like the other maps that I've recognized as doing a similar thing are also with the same tile set and the space theme. So that's kind of interesting. I guess space stations just do that with their watchtowers.
Now I remember last week when this map was played on by... we had Slayer's Arthur versus Dizzer. I forget how to pronounce his name. It's very long. But it was a Terran versus Protoss, and our Terran player ended up doing some very intricate mech play that ended up actually working out not too poorly, actually. You know, the Protoss ended up playing with Blank Stalkers, and, you know, not necessarily the thing you want against, you know, Mass Thors and Banshees. So on this sort of map, you know, the Terran player was able to take the advantage, but the Protoss player, Arthur, last week was able to take the overall victory in the entire series and claim his victory in the finals. So good job to Slayer's Arthur last week.
Seems like he didn't manage to make it out for this one this week.
Nope.
Maybe we'll see him next week.
I think he was happy having a slot in the monthly finals. That was good enough for him. He said, "I'll be back for that."
We'll let someone else take the $25 prize here.
Yeah, he's like, "I'll come back for $100. That might as well be mine." That's how he's thinking.
That Marine was not doing his job very well. He let that drone almost kill the SCV.
Ooh. Man, that SCV.
You see how I managed to sound unconcerned the whole time? Like, I know.
Yeah. SCV has seen things. He's scared, man. He's like, "You guys, you good? You got my back?"
Yeah. He sees the shadow of the Overlord fly in later to scout, and starts running for the main.
So drones spreading those Overlords everywhere.
Let's see, we got Drone down to 1 in gas. He got enough gas for his Zergling speed, which he starts now. Wants to leave 1 in gas just so he can have some gas, but he doesn't really need the gas. So he takes everything else off. It's a lot of minerals. And
You know,
he's just droning heavily.
just for the occasion of, maybe he'll scout and find out he needs that baneling nest, and he's like, oh, well, I left one on gas and I have enough to throw it down. So, yep. Why not? It's not like that one drone is going to change the game by mining minerals.
Yeah. That's like one pair of Zerglings a minute or something from
Yeah.
the drone. I mean, we saw you don't really need Zerglings against anything a Terran can do early on with just Marines and Tier 1 units, right?
Mhm.
ST came in Code A.
Yep.
44 drones kills Infinity Marines, apparently.
Oh, always. Marines are not what they used to be, that's for sure.
Wow, that SCV is cold-blooded. A Zergling just ran right by him. He didn't even twitch.
He's like, oh man, that's every day, man. That kind of stuff happens every hour at least.
He has no fear.
Yep.
I wish I was that fearless.
So 2
Let's see,
bunkers,
fast third.
reactor, and quick stim on that 3 racks.
Anti-rotastic.
Zerg taking a pretty quick third in response to that Terran natural.
Not really any units there, so he doesn't feel very scared at all.
Yep. However, we could see a very cute stim timing out of this Terran. We'll have to wait and see, but
Good indeed.
timing out these reactors so that he always has unit production if need be.
Yep. And he's getting stim first, but he's getting a few marauders to go there as well, so that could just be to make his life a whole lot easier if he has to fight against banelings on creep or something in a little while. Or he could be going for one of these Marine Marauder Hellion timings. With this factory he's throwing down, swap it over with the barracks right next door. Reactor Hellions for a little while and go with that push, which is a really scary timing against the Zerg that's only on Ling Baneling tech. But we do have a lair going down for drone, so he could be in a much better spot to hold that off at that point, if that does come out.
Now, we'll have to wait and see, but he might have extra reactors here just for the purpose of swapping that factory or starport on later, He's hoping for that extra Marine production into extra medevacs, or possibly even still Hellions, He could do some late game Hellion play. Might be a little weird, but it could work.
The Overlord sees everything there, so he's going to know that there's the potential for something crazy to come in, like a really strong push with Marine Marauder Hellion, as we talked about a little while ago. So he's throwing down a Baneling Nest just to make sure he's extra safe. His lair's about to finish, and with the Baneling Nest going down, it's more common for him to throw down a Spire, but he does go for an Infestation Pit right away. And a Macro Hatch.
Yep. Gonna have plenty of those Zerglings that he needs. We'll have to see, because it's always very interesting to see how, how Zerglings decide to spend their gas. How many Banelings do I need, or how many Infestors do I need? Usually, from what I've seen, it's generally favored towards the Infestors. Banelings are kind of a thing of the past, the way Terrans have been evolving, and once that tank count gets up, Banelings are useless. But versus Bio, we'll have to see how drone adjusts.
And also, Zerg players tend to want to morph the Banelings as late as they possibly can. And because they morph pretty quickly, you don't really have to start them until you see the Terran player move out, especially if you have vision of their front. You can see them move out, and you've got plenty of time to grab all your Zerglings and push morph to Baneling. It only takes 20 seconds. That's in-game seconds, not even real-life seconds. It's like 16 real-life seconds.
Now, I just want to point out, look at this Zerg, his creep spread. It's only 10 minutes into the game, and he's already passed the half-minute mark of the map, so he's definitely on top of it, even spreading into the corners, the southern and northern parts of the map.
You got the American Dong Ragu in here.
Yeah, drone is definitely making sure to get that creep spread, because he knows it's going to be oh so important for those Lings to get those delicious surrounds on all that bio.
And he sees the Terran moving out, and just like that, 4 Banelings morphing in, but he has 5 Infestors that he just started, so he doesn't have a lot of gas to morph any more of those right now. So it's going to be a little bit tense right now, and I wouldn't be surprised, actually, to see him try to run his Zerglings around the Terran army just to slow it down a little bit until his Infestors get out. Because once those are out, this small number of bio units not really going to do much of anything. Oh, he doesn't even need the Infestors.
Great Baneling connect.
I mean, You
And once
see
again,
Terran grab all his Marines and run back to leave the Marauders there to tank the Baneling hits, but it was too late. The Zerglings were kind of hugging him, trapping him in place. And now Drone can counterattack. There's not a ton left for Killer. If he morphs a bunch of Banelings at the front, just break right through and finish him off.
Ooh, deciding to leave those medevacs to be. Probably not worth the fungals. He knows he's going to need that for whatever reinforcements the Terran surely has at his base.
Yeah. That's a decision you don't see made very often, too. Like, I really need to kill those. I'm going to go kill him right now.
Smart fungal spending. He knows he doesn't have a million infestors to just waste energy right now.
It's too bad Drone never managed to get Baneling speed.
Mm-hmm. Now,
it doesn't really matter, does it? Ooh, misclick.
Baneling bust. Here we go. 2 layers of depots, though.
Fungal on the Marines. And there's still a ton of Zerglings left over. That bunker's going to fall, and there's really going to be nothing left. Some Zerglings
Lings in the main.
Reinforcements aren't going to work, and GG.
GG. First game, Drone taking a 1-0 lead on our Terran Killer.